Hello, I'm Keith from the Developing Mathematical Thinking Institute, and this video will go through all the directions you need to set up classrooms for the DMTI Math Fluency for Sports games that are now web-based and available for students to play. So these games have been available for months for download and purchase through the App Store and Google Play for a small fee, both the addition, subtraction, and the multiplication and division games. But now they're ready for classroom use, no download or installation necessary. It's a website that kids will go to and put in their code and be able to play. So let's go through the process really quickly, and then we'll go back through it with some visuals. So one of us at DMTI will work with the school administrator, create that school account with the school administrator's email, which will randomly generate a password for that school administrator. We will email all that information to that person that'll be able to then create the school account on their side to get a link to push out to teachers. We will also get that school administrator the information needed to send to students so they can play the games. We will also work with that school administrator to determine the sports games that school administrator wants open for each grade level. Then the school administrator will send that link that they receive after they log in to the teachers so the teachers can create their teacher account. Couple quick notes here. You do want to bookmark web pages as you go so that you can find them easily after you sign out, and only use or tell teachers to use lowercase letters in their email. And we'll remind you of that a few times more in this video. Teacher gets that link from the school administrator. Teacher creates an account which will automatically generate the unique codes for their students. We would recommend that the teachers go ahead and create the student usernames and then deliver those codes to the students. Students go to the website that we send through the school administrator. Student logs into that website with their code and they play the games. And they work their way up the leaderboards. They'll compete against each other within that class. And then, of course, the teacher can check progress at any time via the teacher account. So when the school administrator receives an email from us with their login, which is their email, and their randomly generated code, their screen's going to look like, school administrator, your screen's going to look like this. You're going to log in, and it's going to give you this link right here that you're going to go ahead and send to your teachers. Again, if you sign out at all, be sure to bookmark this page so you can find it again very easily. Then the teachers, once they click on that link that the school administrator sends, will get a page that looks like this. They just fill this out. Remember, use lowercase letters for the email. And then for the school administrator, after teachers go in there and create their accounts, school administrators, when you log back in, you'll be able to start seeing all the teachers in your building that have set up their accounts. If you decide to send the link to another teacher or you have a teacher change during the year, that link is still right there for you to be able to send to teachers. Once a teacher creates their account, they will see a screen like this. Usernames are really easy to put in. You just click on the student code and then you can edit that username and put in your own. Again, teachers, if you do sign out of that screen, then make sure you bookmark that page so you can get logged in very easily. So back to the teacher roster. Teachers, it's totally up to you how you want to make those usernames. If I have a student, Jensen Fowler, I can use first name, last name. I can use last name, first initial. That doesn't matter. That's totally up to you. If they have a class number that you want to see in there, all of that is totally up to you. At the bottom of your roster with all those codes, there's a print codes button. So you can easily print those codes, cut them apart, hand them out to students so they know their code when they go to the website to log in and play the game. Also super easy to add more students. Once students go to that website to play the game for the addition subtraction, this screen does take a couple seconds to load, so tell them to be patient. There's a lot going on behind the scenes there. And then it will ask for their login where they're just going to put in their code. Quick note here to teachers, notice there's a go to teacher login here. If you click on that from this same website and log in with your teacher credentials, you are automatically put into the program as mastered, completed all the sports games. So if you need to go anywhere in the program for, say, a demonstration, you have that ability. When students log in, they will see the games that are available to them to play. They click on the games they want to play. They get progressively harder. So of course, soccer scores are a little bit easier to add and subtract than, say, basketball scores. Usernames are down at the bottom so they can see that it's them that's logged in. And then leaderboard is where students will see how they're competing with the rest of their classmates. And then to log out or to go back to different games, they just click go back. As they play games, they will get stars and they'll progress through the stages. Each sports game has 4 different stages where up to 3 stars can be earned to get more points for the leaderboard. And so once you have all those stages complete, then you're definitely ready to go on to the next game. But there's, of course, flexibility in there depending on what the kiddo wants to do. The multiplication division looks very similar. Same thing. This page takes a couple seconds to load, and then they will get the student login for that. Same exact code. So students only get one code. It works for both games. So depending on the grade level, if they have access to both games, they only need the one code and the 2 different websites that the teacher or the school administrator will push out to the students so they can click and play. Multiplication division has the same teacher login feature as we talked about in addition subtraction. All right, we'll have a great time. You can play the game yourself and have a great time with their students playing our Math Fluency for Sports games from DMTI. Have a great rest of your day.